And the officials for tonight's ball game: Ed T. Rush, Jake O'Donnell, and Daryl Gerritsen. The big guns are here because they know that this game is going to be one of the most competitive of the playoffs, and of course they're all tough in the playoffs. The opening tip to the New York Knicks: Mark Jackson. Ewing, Newman, and Oakley up front for New York. Off the baseline screen. Here comes Newman. Blocked by Jordan. Hodges has Jordan and two other Bulls with him. The jumper falls for Michael. Shot less than 50% from the floor. Wilkins over Pippen. Rebound Cartwright. Jordan with one hand. Hodges will inbound with 7 on the shot.
Sorry.
Jordan from the perimeter hits the jumper.
It's not apparent in their shooting.
Jordan into the paint.
Definitely not apparent in that kind of a shot.
Team fouls, Bulls have 3. Knicks have committed 4 with 1:51 to go in the first quarter. Jordan inside to Grant, who hands it to Pippen for the jam, and Pippen has 5 points.
Made basket. And now the Bulls are going to have to come back and score themselves. Jordan.
Michael Jordan. The three-pointer. Jackson against Pippen. Bad pass. And Craig Hodges intercepts in the passing lane. 11 New York turnovers. Jordan for 3. Knicks by 6. 8 rebounds for Ewing. Jordan from the perimeter.
It'll be interesting to see if they start the ball game off by going back to Cartwright or trying to get some other people involved.
Cartwright opens with a triple, and that gives the Bulls the lead. From the mouths of the coaches at halftime, Patino happy with the pace of the game. 6 minutes. Excuse me, well, obviously not 36 minutes. It was 23 minutes. Grant with a rebound to Jordan. What a pass to Grant. He doesn't get the layup. It was Ewing with the block. Wilkins misses.
Well, you got players that have missed good opportunities at both ends of the floor, and they both did the same thing. They talked to the official. Hodges comes back fire, and he gets a 2.
The Bulls up by 3. The Knicks haven't scored yet. The Bulls 5 straight points. Patino wants and gets a 20-second timeout. The game 18 points. Jordan on the penetration. So the Bulls came out and scored 5 straight points. Patino got a timeout. Knicks came back. Now here come the Bulls. Jordan gets the back. In a patented Jordan-esque move in the paint.
Of 10 at the half. He's made his first 2 tonight. So if he was coasting, he's got a big explosion coming.
Here he comes. The feed to Pippen for Jordan on the penetration. The Bulls by 6. They're not New York. We look at this Jordan basket.
Oh, I think so. They don't want to get down any more than they are right now. But in the first half, this is exactly what happened. Jordan came out, dominated the game, then coasted a little bit, and New York responded and got the lead back. So it'll be interesting to see next couple of trips for New York.
The question for New York is, where do they go? They'd like to get Ewing the ball. He has been almost non-existent in any of these spurts. He's gotten a lot of scrambling points. Jackson on the penetration.
To Wilkins. Jackson with a nice move after they kicked it out. Bulls by 4. 8:20 to go in the third quarter. Wilkins, 12 points in the first half. That's his first basket of this half. And Jordan in the paint again. He draws the foul. Well, Chuck, you talked about Jordan perhaps conserving some energy for a later explosion. We're seeing at least phase 1 of the second half explosion here.
Well, he's doing something a little bit differently. They're opening the floor up a little bit different, and he's getting to the basket 3 out of the last 4 times, and that'll create foul problems and also get him baskets and allow him to dish off.
4 in the second half. 7 on the shot clock for Chicago, leading it by 3. Jordan with the fake toward the basket. He pulls up and shoots it over Wilkins. 10 on the shot clock. Pippen for 3.
Ewing's done a great job of dropping that ball off. Wilkins got the first one knocked away, but they get the score.
There's Jordan beating the pressure, and it's Wilkins who commits the foul. That's his third. And the Knicks are in the penalty with 3:57 to go in the third quarter. From Chicago Stadium, this is Game 6, Eastern Conference semifinals. A Chicago win tonight would send them into the Eastern Conference Finals against Detroit. The Knicks, if they win, would take it back to New York on Sunday. Bob Neal, Steve Jones, and Detroit coach Chuck Daly with you.
Paxson back for Chicago.
Paxson in for Hodges. Hodges has 13 points tonight and is really broken out of his slump. Hodges was shooting 30% from three-point range, which is a lot of players shoot, but only 36% overall before he entered tonight's contest. Early in the playoffs, he's only 3 for 12. Jack Paxson tried to throw up a bank shot, and the Bulls fortunate to get the ball back. Jordan. They'll have to shoot it with 7 remaining.
Pippen and Walker in a fight, right? Both of them throwing punches. They're both gonna be ejected. They should be.
Pippen and Walker, as Chuck defined for you, right down in front of Chuck Daly, who's sitting at a vantage point on the end zone down there. Both of them got at least a couple of punches in.
Boy, could that be a major problem for Chicago.
There could be, when this happens, suspensions follow, as you know, Chuck. Talk a little bit about that as Doug Collins comes out here.
Well, I think Doug knows it, and he can't afford to lose Pippen if, in fact, the officials invoke the rules as they're specified. Throwing a punch is ejection.
Well, Doug Collins knows exactly what you're saying right now, and is very frustrated and is aware that he might lose Pippen for our following round playoff game should the Bulls win, and might lose Pippen also should they have to go back and play at Madison Square Garden. In this game, Pippen 19 points and 4 rebounds. Kenny Walker, no points and only 1 rebound. Certainly, if that happens, and it is happening, Walker is leaving along with Pippen. The advantage goes definitely to the New York Knicks.
Here's a play. You'll see it off the ball left side. There's some jostling right here. They had started even before that. There's another push. There's the first punch, another punch, and they get into it. But there was some punching going on even before that. Even Darrell Garrison got hit. He's got to wear a helmet.
Darrell Garrison, supervisor of officials, the last guy you want to get your hands on.
He's having a tough night.
Yeah, he took a fall at our table earlier tonight.
Now, this is a huge item for the Chicago Bulls. Pippen had shot the ball extremely well tonight. 4 of 4 from the three-point line. He had 19 points when he left the game. They got to find someone to replace that.
5 seconds in the quarter. They kick it out to Sellers from the corner. He misses again. He's ice cold. And the buzzer sounds, and the third quarter ends with the Bulls leading it by 7. But they will be without Pippen for the fourth quarter. The Knicks will be without Sky Walker.
Cartwright's doing such a good job of bringing his right arm up and under between Patrick's hands.
Here comes Michael. Oakley's with him. Wilkins. Now the shot clock down to 7 for Cartwright. Spins inside of Ewing. Blocked by Ewing. Cartwright powers it back up for the reverse. Blocked by Jordan.
He is so phenomenal off the ball.
New York timeout. With 3 guards since Pippen was ejected for fighting with Sky Walker. With 8 on the shot clock, Jordan.
The defensive pressure is increased, but in
the locker room right now. Bulls by 3 with 4:44 remaining in this ball game. Jordan had no place to go with it. Got it to Grant.
Not bad. In fact, it's a great season.
Well, we talked about the matchup of the centers tonight, Steve.
Well, they both have played big at the right time. You've seen Ewing come to the dance here at the end with a couple of big hoops and free throws. Cartwright with a good move with the left hand, so they've basically neutralized each other.
10 on the shot clock. Now the double team. Ewing missing. Rebound Grant. Under a minute to go in the ball game. Doug Collins is a bundle of nerves over on the sideline. So is Patino. You see him right in the center of your screen. 10 on the shot clock. It's in the hands of Jordan.
This is the guy you want to force him to give it up. You don't want him to get a wide open chance.
A big bucket. Paxson for 2. The Bulls by 4. 40 seconds in the game. Timeout, New York. Into Jordan. Jordan fouled by Wilkins. 23 seconds remaining in the game. Wilkins is fouled out.
It almost looked as if that were intentional, that grab.
He did. He went for him real quick, and I think their idea was they didn't want him to get anything where he could get a chance to go to the hoop and shoot it. And maybe they're hoping that they'll come out with a 1 of 2 situation from the line with Jordan.
Jordan 6 out of 7 from the line. Timeout, New York. Chicago 109, New York 105. 23 seconds to go. Try to get it into Newman. 20 seconds in the game. No shot clock. It's off.
They're looking for a three-pointer. Now they come to Ewing.
Against Cartwright. Ewing gets the 2 with 13 seconds, and here's the pressure. Chicago without Pippen. He was ejected for fighting. Jordan is fouled by Ewing. 9 seconds remaining, and once again, they call this the city with the broad shoulders. Let's call this the player with the broad shoulders. He has this city on his shoulders right now. Talk about pressure.
Well, it's not the same kind of pressure knowing you've got a cushion of 2, and he's a good enough free thrower where he should come out of this at least with 1 of the 2.
There's the 1. Chicago by 3, 9 seconds to go in the game. Not much tension on the Bulls bench. They aren't moving. He gets them both, nothing but net. Timeout, New York. New York is now out of timeouts.
Out of the corner, which three-point shots sometimes occur from.
Into Ewing. Tucker for 3. And he's fouled. It could be a 4-point play. Hodges bumped Tucker. He hit the triple, will go to the line, and would tie it with the free throw with 6 seconds remaining.
And as I just said, you give him the three-pointer, but you don't foul. And the biggest sin of all has been committed right now, as we'll give you another opportunity to see what Trent Tucker saw when he got the ball in the air from Ewing.
You saw that Hodges bumped off Ewing and Tucker. It's tied with 6 seconds left. Jordan has it. Into the paint. He's fouled on the shot. With 4 seconds left, Jordan will go to the line for 2. That took only 2 seconds. Remember, New York's Knicks are out of timeouts.
4 seconds is plenty of time to advance the basketball. For the Bulls, they've got to get a score here.
Strickland coming into the ballgame for New York. That'll help advance the basketball. Jordan with 38 points. He is 9 out of 10 from the line. Everybody will hold their breath on these.
If I were an NBA player still in the playoffs, I'd be spending a lot of time on my free throws.
Chicago by 1. Patino having to do his timeout in between free throw shots because he has no timeout remaining.
There's only one thing. Get a basket. Get it any way you can get it with 4 seconds left. The Bulls don't want to have the same problem and foul.
Jordan gets them both. Newman's wide open. For Chuck Daly, Detroit's head coach, who joined us here, thank you very much, Chuck. And for my sidekick, Steve Jones, this is Bob Neal for our entire TBS crew in Chicago. Now to Craig Sager in Atlanta.